These bananas are about fully ripe. They might last for another day or two, but maybe not. I'm going to show a method of preserving bananas, what I tend to call it banana management. So bananas can be frozen, but it's best to cut them in advance, put them in a ziplock bag and freeze them that way. So to keep them from getting bruised in my handling, I'm going to cut them separately. Turn on this light. So usually put a little gash in the banana to help break it apart more easily. I typically cut it in half and then cut the half in half again if it's a medium-sized banana like these are. A large one you can cut into smaller pieces. Ziploc bags of the quart and larger variety tend to be fairly sturdy, and it's possible to wash them and then dry them on a rack such as this. This actually just had some bananas in it yesterday and then got washed. A Ziploc bag of quart size can hold about 5 medium-sized bananas. Here I only have 2 bananas ready for an example. And then it goes in the freezer. So here's an example of a bag of bananas already frozen. And you say, well, what can you do with these? One thing is you just eat them straight out after a brief time in the microwave. For a single banana, which is 4 of these pieces, about 25 seconds in the microwave seems to thaw them out. Another approach is to use them in a blender. And so once they're soft like this, they can easily be eaten. They're not full, they're still a little frozen, but soft enough to chew on. Then if you have a backyard composter, these can go straight into the composter and they'll get broken down over time. Otherwise a garbage can is all you have if you're in an apartment and such. Another option for frozen bananas is a fruit smoothie. Depending on what you're mixing it with, either milk, soy milk, or even water can be sufficient, or half milk, half water, and then add some form of protein powder, and then fruit on top. And then I think I'll fill the rest of it with water, or filtered water if you have it. This is protein powder that was sold at a grocery store. I've also ordered it online. This is pea protein, of all things. Soy protein is another option. Whey protein, depending on what you want to have it mixed with. It's, of course, mixing blades. But before that, add anywhere from a minimum of 2 of these chunks. Let's put enough space here for at least 3, maybe 4. So 4 makes it much more creamy since you've got a lot of banana mixed in with it. So this strange blender is called a Ninja. Then it inverts and gets mixed up. Very loud now. So this type of protein powder has about 20 grams of protein for that scoop I put in it. Additionally, the soy milk has like another 7 grams of protein per cup. And this can be drank with a straw through this, or just drink it directly from the container and wash it. A number of years ago I had been doing this same routine of saving bananas because, you know, I would buy some pretty much fully ripe bananas, and then I would buy some slightly green bananas, and I'd get some mostly green bananas, and get some very green bananas. I figured, okay, this will last me for 2 weeks. Instead, they all come ripe at once in some occasions. And I go, what do I do with all these bananas? Oh, the simple matter is cut them up, freeze them, and then they last for a long time. At one point, my wife was bitterly complaining about all the frozen banana chunks in the freezer. So I decided I better stop doing that. And then a number of weeks later, my wife says, what happened to all the frozen bananas? I said, what do you mean? You didn't like them? He goes, well, I decided I like them in my fruit smoothies. So then I go out of my way to buy fully ripe bananas, cut them up, freeze them, and then we're both happy. And that's banana management. Our related kitchen matter is the way this kitchen lighting is set up. Without this under the cabinet light, it tends to get very dark where you're working because your head and body shadows the counter. So my wife asked for under the cabinet light, and what I came up with was this fixture, which I bought from Home Depot, and then I bought an extra extension cord, just bear with me here, and I ran it along under the cabinet, and it actually goes into an electrical outlet. And so I didn't have to break into the house wiring. It just plugs into this outlet from the top, and you never really see the wire because it's hidden up against the wall like that. And I even drilled a hole through the wood frame of the cabinets there. And then I had to study up a little bit how to wire it on the inside, but there was directions that went with the fluorescent, it's an LED lighting there.